Ever look at your backyard and think, what if this could actually make me money? Or maybe you've got aging parents who love their own space. Or maybe you've got a teenager or that recent college graduate that needs more room before you all drive each other crazy. Enter the ADU or DADU. Basically, it's a little bit of an extra house. Sometimes it's attached, thus the ADU. Sometimes it's separate, thus the DADU. But the big question is, how much does one of these things actually cost to build? Spoiler alert, it is not pocket change, but the long-term payoff can be huge. Hey, I'm Charlie with Armada Design and Build here in Bellevue. We've built plenty of ADUs and DADUs around Seattle. So today I'm going to break down the real numbers, not just the dream Pinterest numbers, the ones you actually need when you're sitting down with a calculator. So what's the difference, right? Quick refresher, couple of term things. ADU is almost always connected to your main house. It's a basement, a garage conversion, attic conversion, a repurposing of some existing space. It's an attached accessory dwelling unit. DADU is detached. This is a mini house, a casita, something like that, tiny house that is typically built in the backyard, or a cottage. They both add living space and value. DADUs almost always cost more to build because, well, it's a completely full functioning separate structure outside the house, whereas the ADU, you're remodeling something, maybe you're adding on, but it's part of the existing house. So a little bit of terms. The cost factors. Now let's talk money, right? What drives the cost? There are three big buckets that we have to think about. Size and layout, right? So how big is it? Kind of what is it? Basement ADU conversion could be 100, 150, 250,000. Converting existing space is the lowest cost way to achieve ADU in some way. A detached DADU might start closer to 300,000 and can easily go north of 500 or 600,000 depending on how big it is and how nice it is, right? The finishes that you pick. Site conditions, all right? This is a big one. There are a lot of companies out there I see now that have a floor plan on their website and they say, oh, this house, you can get this model for this many dollars, but look at the fine print. There's no foundation, there's no utilities, there's no connections, there's no site work is included. There's a lot of money not included in the money that they show you there. So site conditions are a huge variable in how much the total cost of one of these things is to build, right? Is it tight? Is it sloped? Nearby utilities? Do we have to dig a mile-long trench to get water? Do we have to put in a separate septic system for this thing? If you're on septic, more than likely. And all of these things will affect the total cost or investment of your particular ADU or DADU. So we gotta be really mindful of that. I once had a client, this is an example, whose backyard was basically a mini jungle. Just clearing the trees and prepping the site alone added tens of thousands of dollars to the cost, the ultimate cost of that job before we were even able to start pouring any concrete, right? So site conditions are a big variable in what they can cost. Finishes and features. This obviously will have an impact on what the final cost of this. You want it basic, simple cabinetry, vinyl floors, standard fixtures. Want it a little bit more luxe, right? Custom cabinets, quartz countertops, spa bathroom. It'll all add up fast. Think of it like cars. You can buy a very basic base model that will get you from here to there, be reliable kind of thing. Or you can drive home with heated seats and tinted windows and sunroofs and all the bells and whistles, but it's still gonna get you from here to there, but you're paying 2-3 times more for the fancy one versus the basic one, right? So here are some real world examples that we've done recently here in Seattle. A garage conversion, turning a garage into an ADU, was a couple $100,000. Not a huge number, but you lose a garage, but you gain living space, right? So kind of a trade-off. A modest DADU in the 500 or 600 square foot range, depending on site conditions, right? We talked about that earlier, sort of 300, 350, maybe 4, depending on how nice you make it, but kind of that would be sort of low end. A larger DADU, 1,000 square feet or so plus, maybe up to 1,200 with high-end finishes. Those are are closer to $500,000, $600,000, or potentially even $700,000. Again, these are complete little houses that you're building. The sticker shock is real for some people, but so are the benefits, right? A DADU can rent for $2,000 or $3,000 a month in Seattle. Over 10 years, good Lord, essentially pay for itself. Plus it adds some serious resale value. That's one that people forget. You get the regular ongoing monthly income if you're doing it from a rental standpoint, and you've increased the overall value of your property when it's time to sell it. So that's a big deal. You get paid all the time and then you get paid at the end, right? Financing and strategy about how to do so. So how do people pay for these things, right? You can refi your mortgage, cash out refi first. Obviously you can pay cash, a home equity loan. We have some partners that we work with for future value home equity lending. If that's what you're up against, we can definitely help you. So don't stop there. If you need something, give us a call. Potentially partnering with family, becoming pretty common for parents or adult kids to co-invest. That we're kind of seeing that people are investing together. The key is to look at it as an investment property, not just as a project, not just as an expense. This is a revenue stream, right? You're not spending money, you're investing money in a different way. Definitely some positive return on these things, both now and long term. So the bottom line, if you're considering building an ADU or a DADU, know that these things are not cheap, they are not inexpensive, but it can be one of the smartest moves you make as a homeowner from an investment standpoint. The extra space for family, the potential rental income, certainly future resale value, it all adds up. And here at Armada, we've built enough of these to know the ins and outs. Permits, design, utilities, zoning, cabinetry finishes, everything. We're a one-stop shop, which means fewer headaches for you and a smoother build from start to finish. So if you're thinking about adding an ADU or DADU, give us a call at Armada Design and Build. We will break down your specific cost, show you options that fit your budget, and get you on the path to turning that backyard into something way more valuable than just a lawn, plus less mowing. Thanks for watching. Hit like if this helped. Subscribe for more real-world home building tips. We'll be back with more. And let me know in the comments, would you prefer to build an ADU for family, or would this be a rental income investment thing? Like, what's the story out there? Is it family or income? Let us know in the comments. Thanks very much. See you in the next one.